So I have about an hour-long commute to get to work. And the last thing I do when I get out of my car is I check my phone just really quickly, see the socials and whatnot. And the notification I got as I'm leaving my vehicle was Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer just released. I kid you not when I say I almost turned around and went home just so I could watch it and make this video, do all that stuff. But I was already at work. I've got a long commute. I was like, damn it, we'll wait. Got home, had a bunch of responsibilities with like family and whatnot, but I am finally getting to this thing now that it's been out for like 14 hours or something. It's been killing me all day. I don't want to wait any longer. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Let's jump right into this.
I can't believe our first day at MIT.
Nice.
MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
Love the costume.
I can't.
I knew it.
I love that it's a mask. It's not nanites. The little things, man. It's the little things. Oh, weird. Okay. So we're still getting a behind the mask
Hi,
look.
my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
It looks so bright.
Hell, Frank! You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself.
So they already know each other.
Mother.
Go home! Sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. What is happening to me?
So they're at the same party, but they don't know each other at all?
Oh, God.
Don't do the Spider-Man 2 thing.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was? If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
What the heck is that?
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
You lose the kid.
And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of
Nice! Oh. There's a lot going on.
rebirth.
Okay.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
Okay. Okay. There's a lot going on. We're gonna break this down. Unlike the Dune trailer yesterday, where I had no thoughts really as I was watching, it was just like, this looks really cool. There's a lot going on here I want to break down. Let's get into it. This image of him kind of hanging upside down is very reminiscent of Into the Spider-Verse, and I think taking the things from that movie that worked really well and adapting to the live action is a brilliant idea, and I'm completely here for it. Also, apparently his butt is sticky. Who knew? Again, I love his costume. It looks like it is pretty much the same costume the entire movie. It's like the nylon or whatever the material is, but it's material. It is not nanites. He's not like and putting the mask on and off. I love that it's actually like something you can pull down. It's tactile. That's one of the things that Marvel's been missing for a while. Like everybody has like a nanite suit and I'm sick of it. This looks great. Interesting that the web shooters are on the outside of the costume. From a little kid, no, like a teenager making his own suit, doesn't know what he's doing. That makes sense. That'd be a lot easier than putting it under the costume. It does just look cleaner under the costume, but like it's also kind of cool to see that he made his own web shooters and that's how that works. So I'm not sad about it. It does have to hurt hearing MJ say that she is the happiest she's been in her entire life, but also she doesn't remember you. So it's not like she's happier now than she was with you. She just doesn't remember being with you, but it's still gotta hurt. It's still gotta hurt. I'm going to say this so many times throughout this trailer, or at least I'm going to think it. This is the best looking Spider-Man suit we've had. Like, this is the most authentic. It is the closest to the actual suit. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. I was looking forward to this anyways. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but like, if they're going to nail it like this, oh my God. Now, this is a perspective we've never seen with a nylon costume. We're still kind of under the mask. I don't really understand the physics of how his mask is this far away from his face that we can see this. And I don't necessarily need this shot constantly like in Iron Man with Tony Stark, but like just a little bit here, just kind of get a little perspective of what he's thinking at the time. I'm okay with that. It looked good. I'm cool with it. Now, the number one thing that I was nervous about with this movie, well, number one and number two is like, one, we did the multiverse thing. I really don't want to have like 3 Peter Parkers in this one or like it be that big. I'm really okay with this being like a grounded Spider-Man. Looks like we're getting that. But number two, I didn't want them to be that like stupid television trope where like at the end of season 3, the whole team breaks apart and everybody goes their separate ways. And then like within 5 minutes of season 4, the gang's all back together. Like if we're getting a lot of MJ and Ned in this one, but like if they don't get back together right away, I would be very okay with that. If they take the entire movie not getting back together, I'd be okay with that. I'm not anti-MJ, I'm not anti-Ned, but like, let's have some consequences. Let's have this matter a little bit more than just like 5 minutes in and they're back to being together and best friends and whatnot. Let's show some consequences for his actions from the last movie, other than obviously May Parker dying. I said I wanted a down-to-earth story, and there's nothing really more down-to-earth than this. Like having to actually wash your costume. And I thought it was in a laundromat at first, which would be a little bit weird. It looks like he's probably just in his apartment because where could you possibly wash this? But even just like the little touches like this, I think are actually a really good sign that like, yeah, they're thinking about making this a neighborhood Spider-Man, not an intergalactic multiversal Spider-Man. Now, I think Daredevil season 2 or 5, depending on how you want to look at it, is going to come out before this show does. So probably Fisk won't be the mayor by the end of that show. So it does kind of make sense that he's getting this from some person I don't recognize. But how cool would it have been if he received this from Fisk before he knew that Fisk was the villain? Or like receive it from Vanessa or somebody. Like somebody you recognize from the Daredevil show. But this doesn't come out for a couple of months. Daredevil comes out at the end of this month. So there's a good chance there's going to be some massive shakeups before we get to that point. Also, it's a little bit interesting that these two are even friends because they only really met through Peter. If you take Peter out of the equation, like what do these two talk about? I think they were both on the math team. Maybe that's how they became friends. There is more Peter Parker / Spider-Man DNA in this tiny little scene where he's sitting there depressed and alone, but holding the key to the city than most other Spider-Man movies have entirely. This is so true to who this character is. Like, yeah, I'm the big hero. I saved the day. But I also have these real world problems and like depression, loneliness, often doesn't get the girl, all these things. And like just this one tiny little scene kind of just tells me that like this director gets it. This director gets who Peter Parker is. Again, more so than a lot of other directors have. And it's not about always getting kicked while you're down, like in the Sam Raimi movies. I don't mean it like that. But it's the high highs and the low lows of being both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I know we've seen the Frank Castle Punisher battle wagon before, but it's still really cool seeing it on the big screen, seeing Spider-Man, seeing Spider-Man interact with him. I'm really looking forward to that. I love John Barenthal. I love him in this role. I love him in other roles. Please, yes, have as much Frank Castle in this as you want. Keep it a Spider-Man movie. Don't like Iron Man it, but like I'm okay with him being here quite a bit. This little like go home and he's swinging in the opposite direction. I don't know why it killed me. I think Andrew Garfield has probably been the funniest of the 3 Spider-Men, but I like Tom Holland a lot. He's got a lot of charm. I want more of this. So we've got Peter Parker at the same party as MJ and presumably as Ned, just kind of there. They allude to it a little bit later on in the trailer that maybe he lives next door or across the hall or something like that, which is kind of cool, but also potentially a little bit creepy if she remembers him from that awkward encounter they had at the donut shop at the end of the last movie, and now he just lives across the hall and he's kind of inviting himself to her like housewarming party and stuff like that. We'll see. So from a comics perspective, this would make the most sense happening at the Baxter Building, the home of the Fantastic Four. They're not in universe yet. So this is probably like we're going to see Dr. Bruce Banner in a second. This is probably happening there, like with Dr. Banner of some capacity, but whatever. It's a little unfortunate the timeline. It'd be cool if he went to the Baxter Building. That would have been super fun and comic accurate. But here we are. We're dealing with what we got. We knew we were getting Mark Ruffalo in this. I feel like we've heard that we're getting the Hulk, but we don't see him in this trailer. I don't really need a Hulk in this movie. I'm pretty okay just you know, he went to the smartest person he know. That's Dr. Banner. Interesting that he is Bruce at the moment. He's not Smart Hulk. Maybe, fingers crossed, that means when he turns into the Hulk, he's angry, mad Hulk again. I don't need that in this movie, but like for Doomsday, bring it on. I'm not sure if she ever said when you help someone, you help everyone in the comics before, but I feel like that is her slogan in the Spider-Man video games on the PlayStation. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is something from the comic books. I could be wrong on that. But I like that they brought that in if it is from the video game. Also, legitimately, I kind of forgot that May Parker died, so this actually made me a little bit sad when I saw it in the trailer. I'm just like, oh, that's right. He's alone. Like, he's really alone. I knew that he didn't have his friends. I forgot that he didn't have his parental figures anymore. Okay, so you've got someone in here who I recognize but can't place. And it's going to look like something is leaving her. You're not going to see anything, but just from her performance, enter one of the soldiers, then enter one of the other soldiers. I can't think of who or what that would be. Let me know if you have any theories or thoughts down in the comments below. Maybe they've announced it somewhere. Like maybe when he was like, oh, they already said it's da-da-da-da. Okay, fair enough. I must have not read that. There's something weird about him saying stay out of my way with the lips. It doesn't quite line up. And Marvel's tricked us with trailers before, so I wonder if he says something else. It looks really close, but it just something about that just feels off to me. I wonder if that's edited and he says something else, but I can't imagine what he would say or why they would choose that if they have to edit out what he says. Like, there's other ways of showing Max Gargan's Scorpion than that, but just something about that lip syncing seems off to me. That said, this is also the first time we've ever seen the Scorpion in live action, and I mean, okay, we saw like a guy who had a scorpion tattoo, but like, unless he was in Morbius or something, which I refuse to watch, this is the first time we're seeing a Scorpion in live action, and darned if they didn't make him look kind of cool. I don't necessarily want him to be the main villain. I don't think he's got that much juice, but like, he could be a fighter too. That sounds good to me. I sincerely doubt that this is Rogue, but also like, it is definitely a choice to have like the white hair at the front, the black hair at the back, the green shirt. Like, I don't know. There's been so many people talking about this already, but I have to say it for myself. This is a recreation of the cover for Amazing Fantasy number 15, the very first appearance of Spider-Man. It's cool that they throw it in. It's just a quick little Easter egg in the trailer. Hopefully it's not like a massive thing or anything like that. It's just like him swinging, carrying a person. But it's really cool that they like showed some love to the people who are going to get it. We've also got this character in the background, Boomerang. He's kind of a low-level nothing character. I think they're even roommates for a little while in one of the series. Whatever, it's a cool looking photo. It's probably they might do that thing at the beginning, like they did at the beginning of Homecoming, where they just have like a montage of him helping people. I could see them doing that with like a montage of him just fighting lower level criminals, because you're never going to get a movie about Boomerang. But like, yeah, sure, why not? He's somebody's favorite character. Might as well have him in there and let them show him for like 30 seconds to a minute. I don't know who this is. It's a weird gimmick. He's got toe claws, doesn't seem to have any hand claws. He might just be a hand ninja, but he's dressed differently than the other hand ninjas are. Somebody in the comments let me know. I'm not sure who this is. That said, these are definitely hand ninjas. They've got them unmasked, which I didn't notice before. They're obviously in a jail setting of some kind. Who would make sense? Is he breaking somebody out of prison? Frank, maybe? Why do the ninjas care about Frank? What is this guy holding? Is that a gun aimed up or like an electric baseball bat? Super cool pose up here. So we've seen other characters be possessed, but not by something we could see. The black eyes or the dark red eyes, like obviously you're supposed to think like symbiote of some kind, or symbiote. I hope not. That feels like that's a lot to be putting in this movie on top of everything else. Maybe he's being mind controlled by whatever is mind controlling people. I'd rather that, I think. Or as they said, maybe this is just the next stage of his evolution. That could totally be possible. I don't know what that stage would be, but okay. It's not my favorite pose of Spider-Man. Like, it's not the most menacing thing I've ever seen him do, but this is a very cool shot with him just attacking or jumping down at all the hand ninjas. Clearly we're outside now, so we're going to have hand ninjas throughout the movie, like not just in one scene. It's been a while since I've read Civil War, but in the Civil War book, Spider-Man or Peter Parker tells the world who he is. Mephisto, I think it is. No, definitely Mephisto, of course. Puts a spell on the world so that nobody can remember who he is. But if he tells people who he is, that breaks it and they remember everything. I wonder if that's what they're doing, and that's why he's being so coy about not telling them who he is. Like, he's not saying my name is Peter. He's like, oh, I'm just the neighbor across the hall kind of a thing. I don't want that necessarily. Like, I get that at some point he's going to get back with MJ. That's fine. Again, I just don't want it to be super early in the movie. If it's late in the movie or even the next movie, I'm fine with that. But I don't necessarily need it to be like a, oh, look, she's got Spider-Man stuff all over the wall. She's a fan. That's cool. That's a cool touch. I like that. I don't need it to be like a, oh, I got all my memories back at once. Like, somewhere in between. It doesn't need to be like they build their relationship up from nothing, but I don't want it to just be like a quick and easy fix either. Somewhere in between. I like that she likes Spider-Man. That's actually a cool thing. That'll give him an in. I'm not gonna lie, this trailer kind of blew away all my expectations. It didn't do the two things I was nervous about it doing. It showed me a lot of things I'm excited for. It didn't show me everything. I don't feel like I'm gonna walk into this movie knowing exactly what is gonna happen. I'm gonna walk in expecting Spider-Man, getting one of the best looking Spider-Mans we've ever had. This looks like an absolute win for me. I didn't mean to do the Bruce Banner thing. That was just kind of a happy accident. What did you guys think about this trailer, though? Is this one that you're excited for, or is this kind of a pass for you? It comes out July 31st. I am eagerly looking forward to this one at this point. Trailer was fantastic. I've liked the other Spider-Man movies. I'm ready for Marvel and superhero movies to come back to the forefront and be good again. I've liked some of the stuff they've done recently, but like there was a bit of a dry patch there. I would love to have a return to form. This movie looks great. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Does this look amazing to you? Does this look really bad? Let me know. I'd love to hear. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit like and subscribe so that I see you in the next one.